Three Orleans Parish criminal court judges, they are running out of time to save their seats.
Yeah, right now, there's a constitutional challenge to a new state law that eliminated those judges' seats. And Chief Investigative Reporter David Hammer brings us the latest from a court hearing over it in Baton Rouge.
New Orleans criminal court judge John Fuller is arguing a new law that eliminated his and two other judges' seats never actually passed the legislature. His attorney, Jerome Matthews, says the state constitution, Article 5, Section 15D, requires a two-thirds supermajority in both houses to eliminate judgeships.
We just went and read the Constitution to see what it said, and we realized that they needed a two-thirds vote, not a simple majority.
The state argues a different provision of Article 5 gives the legislature special powers over New Orleans courts. And State Senator Jay Morris said Section 32 let them pass his bill with just a simple majority.
I think that the plain meaning of Section 32 will prevail, and that
Not the plain meaning of Section 15D?
That's the general rule. The specific rule always overrules the general rule in a legal situation.
Matthews and Louisiana's Assistant Solicitor General Elizabeth Brown were in Baton Rouge on Friday to argue Fuller's motion to preliminarily block the law. But Orleans Clerk of Court Chelsea Richard Napoleon claims she wasn't properly served with notice. So Baton Rouge Judge Tarvald Smith had to push the hearing back to July 14th. That 4-day delay could be devastating to the case, with Smith's court closed the last week in July and time running out before judicial candidates have to qualify to run in the November elections.
Well, the fight is August 5th, and we have to get a ruling in order to keep all three of those seats on the ballot.
Judge Smith just handled a similar constitutional challenge to the legislature's elimination of Calvin Duncan's seat as the Orleans Parish Clerk of Criminal Court. In that case, the state Supreme Court ordered him to not even hear the case, but to send it directly to the High Court to decide. Judge Smith said that's probably going to be necessary in Fuller's case, too, and Matthews couldn't agree more.
Well, the fight is August 5th, and we have to get a ruling in order to keep all three of those seats on the ballot.
David Hammer, WWL, Louisiana.
The state argues the Supreme Court already decided that the Constitution gave the legislature the power to eliminate the criminal clerk of court, and the same should apply here.
But while Section 32 of the Constitution specifically mentions the Orleans Clerk's Office and the Orleans courts, it does not mention judges.